macro. I'm from mom and dazzle. Got it ground like gravel. Coming back around like lasso. Macro. Like a vision board, I see with clarity. I hustle like my name is Garyvee.
Alba, motherfuckers, I've been telling you.
Council's talking about equity. I'm Triple H giving the pedigree. That meaning I'm special, my specialty. I put in the work till I'm dirt in the earth. I'm moving furniture to macro.
There's so much good. You know, one could argue that they don't like fake news. I could argue, is the world better if 2 or 3 old white dudes dictate the entire conversation in media and where we go? There's a pro and con to all this. All the people that find love and great relationships that never would have because of this technology. All the people that are on this trip right now that can FaceTime their family and have that connection that we could have never done before. This is a net positive. The world has never been better. Yet we continue to look at the negatives. It's what happens as we get older. But the technology changes and the social changes have just begun. The upside is enormous. One could say virtual reality sounds scary and not fun. I could argue like, what's wrong with living your life and then living in a nicer place and lowering the cost of where we live, because that becomes commoditized, and live healthier, and you know, who's gonna be able to balance getting off of it? We're living in a virtual reality world now. There are people that spend 7, 8, 12, 13, 14 hours of their day in a screen now. This is the way it is. And so either we can cry about it and put our head in the sand and think it's a negative, or we can grab it and understand all the great changes. My brother left my business because he has Crohn's disease, right? There's been no way that I could impact the change in that disease the way I am now because of these devices and technologies 10 or 15 or 20 years ago. The impact was this big compared to this big because of the amplification and the messaging that can be done. And so you as an individual person here are gonna decide that all of this is a negative or all of this is a positive. I've chosen this to be a massive positive. It is good. There's so much opportunity. There's so many great things we're doing for so many people. And if you look at the data, if you like data, the world is better than it's ever been across the board, right? Now what we have to do is make this micro and bring it home. I am so passionate for everybody to understand that before you critique or judge the generations below you, take a look under the hood and really understand it. Go look at studies like the average 14-year-old girl 20 years ago claimed to have 1.4 best friends and now claims to have 6. That because if you didn't have the serendipity of being in a school where people were nice to you and maybe you didn't have any outlet and you were gonna get bullied, you now can go online and find your actual friends and spend time with. So I think we spend a lot of time on the negatives and we don't talk about the positives. What I would implore you to do is think about the benefits of positive versus negative. I would implore you, especially if you care, if it's underneath you, to start getting on the offense around things like self-esteem, because that's where it comes from, instead of looking at the other way.
Every family therapist says that you should have screen-free zones in your home. At
Yep.
dinner,
Yep.
everybody puts your device down.
Yep.
Or you know, a couples therapist would say, put your phones down,
Yep.
have 1 hour together,
Yep.
where you're not looking at your phones.
Yeah.
I'm sort of curious about your family dynamic. Do you all have phones at your dinner table? And you and your wife?
We run the gamut. So a couple things. We run the gamut. First and foremost, I think we all know this. There's a couple places, I'm talking in general terms if you've noticed, like to me, the least interesting thing in the world is to tell people how to parent their children, right? I mean, there's so many individual contexts here in this room. Everybody's got their own dynamics. I think it's a lazy and convenient thing. Now, here's what I believe. There's a great Russian saying, I believe everything is best when it's balanced. Anything, balance is great. But I also think you have to understand so many variables. And I think that therapists, if you look at the history of the feedback of therapists over the last 100 years, the consensus has been wrong plenty of times because therapists are collectively poor at predicting what happens next, as are most people. We make a lot of decisions without understanding what happens next. And so, my family, first of all, I'm a workaholic. Monday through Friday, I barely see my family. That's just true. So on the weekends, it's extreme the other way. We take 7 weeks vacation, all in, phones locked up because I'm playing such extremes. I'm so politically not correct on the current state of parenting, on just the framework of where I am with them Monday through Friday, let alone am I sitting there with a phone or not during dinner time, right? Here's my big thing. Parents always think they're protecting kids. The amount of parents over the last 20 years who took their kids away from making $15 million a year being an esports superstar, who's now making $81,000 a year in middle management and wants to kill himself, is enormous. So what there's been more parenting books written in the last 7 years than prior of the beginning of mankind to those 7 years ago. America is very good at one very interesting thing, telling people and selling on fear and telling them what they're not good at. And the current state of parenting has completely gone into that direction. I have no interest in the collective, current politically correct POV on parenting. What I'm interested in is reverse engineering my kids. I don't need them to be entrepreneurs. I don't care what they want to do. I just want to pay attention to their behavior at scale and reverse engineer that and instill so much self-esteem into them that they're borderline delirious, because that is the drug that stops them from the dumb shit that we all fear. But no 8th place trophies, because that shit has fucked us up.
I have a question for you.
Thank you.
Education.
Education.
You're friends with these guys who dropped out of college and started these amazing
Yeah, but a lot of I was a bad
education?
student. Let's remember the famous dropped out of college, 98% of them, not me, but 98% of them are dropping out of Stanford and Harvard.
Right.
The whole dropped out of college thing has been very romanticized. These are really smart individuals.
But, so you still value formal education?
I don't.
You don't?
I do not. I'm super comfortable. So first of all, I speak at all these top universities. I'm teaching a class at Stanford, this and that. The lack of practicality that is being taught in our universities to the reality of the world is staggering. It's a bigger version of what I said here with the kids. What world do you think they're gonna live in? Now, if you wanna do a certain profession, I understand the practicality of having to own a diploma that gives you the at-bat. I spent a lot of my time in the business entrepreneurial world. There's zero mapping for that. The MBA or the business school mapping to the reality of success has been completely blown out the water. And the other thing that we don't talk enough about is how this debt destroys individuals. Like, they don't get out of it sometimes until their 40s in a proper way. So,
do you think these online school programs
well,
are gonna end up
here's where I'm going. I
replacing-
think the thing that has not been talked about that is probably more interesting than the things I just said is colleges are built on brand. Like the biggest thing that they're doing right now is they're creating these online courses that are diluting their brand. Penn and Stanford and Harvard have these online courses, and if you look at the way the people that are taking them are positioning their certification from these courses, they're not giving it the proper, they're just saying I went to Harvard. And so I think the biggest universities in the world right now for short-term income, because they're getting scale of $18,000 online courses that are 4 weeks and they're bringing in revenue, are actually diluting their brand so much. And I don't think that Harvard and Stanford actually understand that they're only trading on brand, only. Because the education has been commoditized because the professors have that and they're putting out their content online for free. You can see it for free when they're giving a TED talk or doing 4 interviews. So the actual education, the words, what I did up there, that's commoditized, that's zero. The only thing these big universities are working on is brand equity, because you grew up believing in it, so you're forcing your kids to believe in it. That's very close to the newspaper revenue model of collapsing. So I think they only have 30 to 40 years left. I mean, don't forget, lost in history is when we definitely felt like, you know what, should we just sell Vayner for $1 million? And we had that discussion. You were out and I was like, I don't know, it was there, I wish fucking DailyVee was there for that scene before that speech at Techstars, That'd be funny to look at. So I think there's a million things to go through. And it's always fun to, I think this is a perfect example of not my first rodeo, right? Isn't it fun for you to have all that context, right? The ability for us to do a commercial, a 2-minute, and now I'm also creating this whole Facebook commercial thing. I think we're gonna be able to do some really good deals where Troy, and he's doing it for the 7-location pizza shop, and we send Stefan and make a 2-minute video for Facebook. That's why they're gonna wanna do it. Every single day, people should wake up, open the Explore feature in Twitter, look at the hashtags, click the trending hashtags, and make a piece of content that if I had more time, I would be doing that every 2 hours. It is an absolute way to build up on Twitter. Nobody's really paying attention as much to Twitter, where it's Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat are rolling out of it. But just even looking at my own dynamics when I leverage a trending hashtag, it's just exponential. And I'm on this real kick for this video. The positivity video. This one. When I think about our capabilities to eliminate each other, I'm being serious. I know it's kind of a weird place to go, but like the fact that we're still here, we are hardwired in a way that allows us to protect each other in a net game. Yet, the mainstream media and the way we hear, all you hear is negativity. All that mainstream media does is tell us about the 0.0001% worst of us. I think we as humans are going to have some level of a sense of responsibility that if you're in a good place, it might be good to tweet or Instagram or Snapchat about that versus what we default into, which is there are people's Twitter feeds that are basically every 7 or 10 days when they're complaining about an airline or venting about work. Like the volume of negativity is just way too high in reality of what's going on. Every empire falls when the silent majority of happy isn't loud enough and they lose the branding game. We love the third wall, D-Rock, that third wall. Yo, I just pulled up, where do I go? All right, right to the left here. Right, that first building, like right by the baseball stadium, the sports complex. Do I go towards the football field, the field house? Excited to go see ALVIN KAMARA right now. Beast. Some bunch of you watching this right now. He's about to be your favorite football player. It's so crazy to like watch us in a year, right? Good to see you.
Yeah, good, dog.
Who's this?
Isaiah.
Isaiah. What's up, man? Gary.
Isaiah.
Real pleasure. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good, man.
How to speak a thing.
Real good, real good. How you feeling?
Good.
Yes, look at this. Yeah, look at this, look at this. Gates. He's about to roll up that way too. Is there just a mix of people working out here? Like
It's football right now.
How you doing? Very nice to meet you.
Real nice to meet you.
Yeah, don't freak out.
No,
it's only at one time.
I'm comfortable. I love it, man. I fucking love team sports, man. Oh, God. I wish I was dramatically faster and dramatically stronger. I'd give up all the business riches. You know what is the competition? That shit, that's the reason I love business so much, because I can replicate it a little bit, because I'm trying to put people out of fucking business, you know? You were there, definitely, when I was like, listen to me, motherfucker, you can win, or you can or you're gonna lose.
One or the other.
That's the problem. That's the problem when you're doing sports and music. There's just not a lot in the middle. So what's on your mind? Like, what's important to you? Anything? Like, how are you thinking?
Oh, good. I'm working.
Just focused on, right? You still got a black, can we change this logo?
I don't know what to change it to.
Your fucking face. You got a pretty face, why are you scared?
Still black, I'm still in the basement. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in the basement.
Change it to a Jets logo.
About the fucking basement.
Change it to a Jets logo. It's funny how I feel about gyms now that I actually work out. I like it. Ty, you can do some pull-ups? Show me. Go ahead. Yeah, do some pull-ups. I want to see your pull-ups. Two, good. T-Rock, you can do pull-ups? I want to see how many Ty can do. That's 6, that's good. Let's go, Ty. I'm impressed. Get that 10th, baby, one more. Let's go. That's gonna be some good shit for the vlog.
That's the first thing I've done since fucking...
Oh my God, Alvin, Tyler should be dead. Got hit by a car in New York City. Hit. Should be dead, straight up. I'm dead fucking serious. I got a good idea. I'm gonna go Facebook Live. I'm gonna make people try to get Alvin to go on their team. This alarm, what is that?
Fucking Purge.
Yo, yo, yo. Instagram. All right, football fans. It's time to make your, plead your case to the best running back in the fucking draft. Alvin,
Right.
who wants Alvin on their team? Show me. Tell Alvin what team he needs to be drafted by. I'll start first. The Jets. The Jets. What up, Shemin? Legendary's there. Let's see. One of you is about to be real happy. One of you is about to buy a jersey of this man. Okay, there's Ravens is first. Big fans. Yes, mister.
There you go. You got
That would. Let me save that one. Sure, I think the by the way, I think the Packers actually.
Dope little spot though.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Cardinals. Dallas. I've been hearing Dallas the past couple days. Vikings, Packers. Packers.
Seahawks. Oh, Kevin Rose. K Rose. K Rose. If you guys draft this man, it's gonna be the greatest day of your life. This guy's a superstar, Hall of Famer. Get ready. Tell him. He's. Guys, imagine if your career was predicated on 2 random days in Indianapolis where like millions of dollars are at stake for 100th of a second.
Running and jumping.
K-Rose, imagine you had to write code for an hour and that, you know, predicted if you were gonna be good, or I had 4 minutes on the liquor store floor and however much wine I sold, they predicted my whole career on that. Crazy. Anyway, all right, fellas. Alvin's got to get to work. He's still in a dungeon. That's why his profile's still all black. This guy. All right, let's talk to you guys later. I was impressed with those chin-ups, Ty. And they weren't bullshit ones too. You would try to do them proper.
Come on.
You know I'm starting boxing in a year and a half.
A year and a half?
Yeah, when Jordan's done, I'm doing 3 years of boxing. I'm gonna box every morning. I'm gonna do boxing. I'm gonna go in the ring at 45 and knock D-Rock out.
Probably. I mean,
how do you think about it?
I always dreamed to play the game of football. Shit, it's here now.
It's like right there, right?
Right. You know, when I started playing when I was 4.
And from the get, you were like, this is what I want to do. Yeah.
At a gate about this high, across the street from my house, and I was this tall. I used to kick the ball over the fence from a little angle. Kick the ball, throw the ball.
Try to jump over it, go get it.
Everything. And I mean, I was small back then, you know what I'm saying? So my mother didn't trust the process. She used to tell me, look, you ain't putting
you're gonna get hurt
on the field. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So my grandmother, she snuck me on the field when she dropped my mother off at work. So like he got those clothes on, and he brought that from like Walmart or something. My mama go to Walmart and pick up the same clothes and bring me to practice and change me up back in those clothes.
I love that.
She'll call you, she'll be like, you know what I'm saying?
I know exactly. You know, it's so funny. I was just reading about what's that Uzi Vert up in Philly? Yeah, how his mom wouldn't let it, like how nobody believed in him. His grandma got him that Mike Jones album, and she's like, keep going, keep going. You need somebody. You gotta have somebody, you know? Yeah, I'm watching that too. 12-month-a-year sport. That's why these kids play longer. You know? Hey, Gary.
Wes Moss, I'm a big fan of yours, man. I just wanted to
thank you, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate the love.
Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you, man. You're on your shit.
How long are you in town for?
I just came to see Alvin, and I'm heading back to New York in a second.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming down.
Of course,
I'm assistant vice president here. I oversee our academic units.
Fantastic.
So I saw you come in and to come by and say hi.
I'm glad you did, my man.
You need
real
anything?
pleasure. No, I'm in great shape. Thank you.
Okay.
Real pleasure. Thanks
Nice
for saying
to meet you,
hello.
man. Thank you. Can I get a picture with you?
Of course.
Thanks, man.
Love it, man. Thanks for the love.
Thank you very much.
Talk to you soon. Continued success here.
How you doing?
Is that your iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You're right.
Let me get I'm gonna get to 225 eventually.
Yeah, he'll fuck around and test us like random. We'll be in the middle of workout and be like, all right, Vert.
Really?
You don't know when. He's like, I want to get y'all fucking used to like, it's like just like the combine, that pressure. Like when y'all get there, he was like, it's not gonna be no pressure.
Well, that's exactly right.
Y'all ran through it so many damn times. Like,
did you guys hear that they're doing fans for the first time, but they can't say shit? That's gonna be the weirdest shit. There's gonna be like,
that shit gonna be like
there's gonna be like 1,000 fans watching,
like
but they can't say a word.
Fucking death penalty.
Yeah, the whole thing's so weird. lot of times actually happen in the comment section around the creative, where then we can go in and business develop, and we start with leverage because it's people reaching out to us that want to be involved with. This is an extraordinarily big difference between the way marketing has been done for the last 70 years, where we as marketers and business people sit in a silo and try to create the business development instead of letting the lead creative become the platform that creates those opportunities. And for my personal brand and for the startups I'm working with, so much of the extension of campaigns have happened in the comment section of the creative once deployed. LA, stand up, 6 p.m. Wednesday, 15 of you, right? Because I'm taking 10. 15 of you are gonna be able to be part of something remarkable. Intimate access. I gotta do this crazy fucking thing, and I'm gonna do a random contest for 15 of you to come and join and be a part of it. So Wednesday, 6 p.m., fucking call out sick, cancel your vacations, lie to your mother. Wednesday, 6 p.m., 15 of you. I'll do something on Monday or Tuesday in Instagram as a contest, and then that's how I'm gonna pick my 15. See you then, Wednesday, 6 p.m. next week, Los Angeles. Boom. You got them working, coach.
What you think, man?
I mean,
how you look?
He always looks good, but just the way he talks about you, I'm just so thankful and grateful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I love the way you do it. Like now that I'm learning this game, all these fancy guys selling on bullshit.
Oh my God, yeah.
90% bullshit.
Yeah.
Nothing that's gonna make you real money and real happiness on the field.
Right, definitely.
So we just appreciate it.
No, definitely.
He's a good kid.
Good kid, man, and you know, we're doing some hardcore stuff.
I know you are. You're doing them really right.
Yeah, really.
I appreciate it. If I can ever be a help to you, let me know, okay?
Okay, will.
Thank you, my friend. Al.
Get ready.
I gotta go. I love you.
Yep.
Hit me up if you need me, all right?
All down my back. I'll let you.
Take care of yourself, all right?
Sure.
Good luck on everything.
Appreciate it.
Hit me up if you ever need me. Oh. Yes.
For a selfie, I'm your huge fan.
Is that right? Yes, of course. No problem.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was my big pleasure to be your driver.
Thank you very much for transforming into Airport Gary. Look at that guy's kicks. Legit.
The force. Oh, that's cool.
The gold soups.
No problem, we can do a selfie. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you, my friend.
All the best. Give us a
Thank you.
bye.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
It's warm out. It's how tomorrow Vaynerchuk taught me how to pack. Thanks, Mom, for packing me all the time. Airport Gary, what? I thought you said phone call. I'm like so wired for action. I'm like, phone call, what? Motherfucker! All right, give me the video. Yeah, great week. Actually, fairly rest week. You know? It's so. You know what's so weird? You know what's so weird? This was such a rest week, yet I was like tired. You know, because I was tired because it was a rest. Like it wasn't that late like every day. People are gonna love seeing the video of me sleeping. That's gonna go like batshit crazy. Red eye time for me and D-Rock. And that dude right there almost looked.